Painful love, when two people in love are not meant to be together. The greatest defeat of our lives. We humans want a lot, and yet we never have enough. Love is the top class. It outshines or overshadows everything, depending on whether fate is kind to us or not. We spend half our lives hoping and asking and longing for the one person who we know will complete our soul. We know there's a twin flame for every soul that just needs to be met and found. Many people become happy this way sooner or later. Some wait their whole lives in vain for it, as being together in this life doesn't seem to be destined. But there's another variant, which is the most painful love of all. We meet, we recognize each other and fall in love, but we are not allowed to stay together. At least for this life, we don't seem to be allowed to. We might spontaneously come up with the idea that God or the universe has a perfidious sense of humor, that they love to torment us humans for the sheer fun of it, and watch us try with all our might to keep our loved ones in our lives. But we're powerless against the law of fate. Many people who experience a disappointment of such epic proportions subsequently turn away from everything that has successfully served their spiritual side so far. They no longer believe in God, completely ignore the universe, and wish all higher powers, fate, and karma to hell. They become embittered and withdraw from the world. Coping with such a loss is indeed no easy matter. It would be easier not to meet the person for life in the first place. In this case, we could at least come to the conclusion at some point that it was all nonsense with the soulmate, and that you can simply be lucky or unlucky in love. But if the one or the other is already within our grasp, and then we have to let them go again, that's a tough one indeed. What on earth could this experience be good for? There will probably never be a satisfactory answer to this question. We humans can't understand life and all its mysteries. If we did, we would be closer to the divine than to the human. Nevertheless, we would like to run through a few thoughts that may be helpful. Number 1. The good news. Faith, hope, love, and trust are not in vain. Even if it's painful for you, try not to focus on the loss. Start at the point where you got to know and love each other. Try to remember the feeling when you realized that your kindred spirit was finally standing in front of you. The realization that this person really and truly exists is breathtaking, isn't it? All our prayers and wishes to the universe were not in vain. All the theories we've heard or read about have come true. Neither fate nor the magic of true deep love are mere inventions of popular culture, but facts. Everything mankind has believed to know for millennia about the destiny of two souls for each other is based on facts, not romantic myths and legends. Number 2, we need answers. Why can't we keep our twin soul? The really painful thing about this cosmic unfortunately no is the fact that we are first invited into the Olympus of feelings, only to be banished from it again a short time later. It feels like 3 minutes in heaven, which then immediately have to give way to sheer disillusionment. First things first. No one wants to punish us humans, put us in our place, or demonstrate their superiority over us. Painful love is not an educational tool or a lesson that we should put behind our ears. It's simply a victim of circumstances. Our lives are subject to many factors. Some of them are under our own control. Others are predetermined or come about by themselves as we go through life. Even fate can't do much against some chains of unfortunate circumstances. So we meet the love of our life. But is it free? Are we? Are there compelling reasons why we are not yet allowed to live it out in the here and now, but may be able to later? There may still be important milestones on both sides that need to be overcome. Such karmic tasks may be leftovers from a previous life that are finally crying out to be dealt with. But they can also be unfinished business from this life. Love, even heavenly love, needs space and freedom to unfold to its heart's content. If circumstances offer it none of this, it can no longer remain in this place at this time. Listen to your heart and take a close look at your life, and you will receive the answer to your why. Number 3, this love would be good for us, but not the best thing that could happen to us. It sounds like a contradiction in terms, but sometimes it is actually the case that soul love, even if it's our destiny, is not the best choice for our current life. If we don't get the things we dearly want, it's because we deserve better. If we now ask ourselves what could be better than a life alongside our twin soul, how about a life of holistic fulfillment? Love is a beautiful thing, no doubt, but what if there were ways and means to make your life completely unique? What if the path you are now ready to take, full of disappointment, is the right one for you? Everyone has so much potential. Sometimes it would be almost a waste of blasphemous proportions to dedicate it to just one person. It is not for nothing that many people take radical measures to escape the memory of their painful love. They dedicate themselves to spirituality or humanitarian causes, put all their energy into social projects, and help themselves by helping others. Some people throw themselves into their careers and find real fulfillment there, which sounds completely unheard of given our longing for love. But as in life, in love too, anything that gets you through the darkness is good for you. The greatest opportunity of our lives. Those people who can recognize a chance and a good opportunity in a defeat are always truly victorious. Sometimes the right way of looking at things helps. However, it usually takes time before we realize that a loss was actually a gain for us. Not everyone comes to this realization. Sometimes it's simply not true. And the point of painful love is simply to endure it and become stronger as a result. Fate never burdens us with more than we can bear. When?